Hello everyone, I'm Sara. Welcome back to Sewing School on CBC Life. On today's episode, I'm so excited to show you an upcycling project. I found this oversized light lavender blazer at the thrift store and I was able to transform it into a vest dress. No surgery is needed for this project, just a sewing machine, scissors, and your unique creativity. Let's give new life to old clothes together. It's easier and more satisfying than you think. You will need a sewing machine, pins or clips, scissors and snips, and a ruler. When you are thrifting for a blazer for this project, I recommend choosing a finely constructed piece with some details you love and want to keep. This will make the upcycling process easier and help create a piece you will want to keep in your wardrobe. To begin, I mark the end of my shoulder where I plan to cut for the armhole, and pinned where I want the new waistline to be. The blazer has such unique details that I'd like to keep. They are already beautiful and will transition well onto my new dress. There is a tiny stain on the shoulder, but it isn't an issue as I will be trimming that section off anyway. I measured my pins and marked the other side to ensure cutting on both sides for balance. Make sure to add the seam allowance prior to cutting. Since the blazer is already quite large, try to keep the armhole cut as minimal as possible by following the seam shape. This blazer has shoulder pads, which I've never sewn before, and it's interesting to see how they were assembled inside the garment. Along with the blazer, I also thrifted a plaid shirt to make bias tape. The sleeves should give me an adequate length for the amount of bias tape needed. Ooh, I'm picturing a cute tie front shirt from the remaining bodies. What do you think? I will save the cups for a future project. To make bias tape, cut 4 cm wide strips at a 45-degree angle to the fabric grain. To make one continuous strip, align 2 pieces right sides together at a 90-degree angle. Keep adding a strip as needed, ensuring the right sides are aligned every time as it can get confusing, and sew them together diagonally. Trim the seams and press them open. Before adding the bias binding to the armholes, let's try on the blazer to ensure it's heading in the right direction. The neckline looks decent without any alterations, and I think I will keep the buttons and the pockets. I will mark the amount that needs to be reduced on the side seams. After cutting, some seams may come loose. Make sure to resew these areas properly to preserve the structure. Paste the new armholes lining and main fabrics together. Take care to ensure the lining lays flat, pin it in place, and then baste. Clean the edges by trimming any excess fabric and use the bias tape for bias facing. That will be visible only on the inside. Leave about 5 cm of tape at the beginning and sew around the entire armhole. Let me show you how to join bias tape ends easily. Stop sewing exactly where you started, backstitching to secure. Flip the end of the bias tape right side up and pivot the front end, making sure that the right sides are together. Align them at a 90-degree angle and sew them together diagonally. Trim any excess fabric and clip the seam. Turn the blazer inside out and wrap the seam with the bias tape. Fold the bias tape over again and pin. This bias facing method ensures the bias tape will be hidden from the outside. Take your time and sew the bias facing evenly. When done properly, the bias facing looks so neat and tidy. Align the earlier marked sections on the inside of the blazer and sew just along those areas. I originally thought it would drape softly like a pleat, but the pockets and additional seam lines make the sides stick out stiffly, which doesn't create a flattering silhouette. I need to adjust my plan. Sewing the dress with an A-line shape from the armhole to bottom hem might look better. Mark, pin, and sew along the new seam line. Press the seams towards the back and hand stitch them to the lining. Since I have leftover fabric from the sleeves, I made a long tie for the dress. Using the same method to create bias tape, I cut and sewed together the usable fabric to create a tie. Tie is done. Let's try on the dress and see how it looks. And there you have it, a vest dress from a thrifted blazer. I hope I have inspired you to try your own upcycling project that does double duty, keeping trash out of landfills and your closet full of clothes you love. Spring is just around the corner, and with this new season, there's no better time to refresh your wardrobe with your personal touch. Thank you for watching, and I will meet you in my next episode. 안녕!